Hey everybody, out in YouTube land. I did a reloading video on 223 ammo recently. Well, not recently, about a year ago. And now, with what's been going on here in the US and abroad with regards to ammunition shortages and the price getting insanely expensive, I decided that I would start reloading my 9mm now. Took me about 3 months to accumulate all the components, which first was had to get the deluxe pistol die set. This is a Lee brand, and it's the deluxe, so it has all 4 of the dies. It has the decapping, the resizing die, the powder pass-through die, the bullet seat and crimp die, and then the factory crimp die. So I had to get that. I also had to get the shell plate. It goes on the single stage press, the shell plate for the hand primer, and I had plenty of brass because I shoot a lot of 9mm, and I had to get bullets. So what I'll be using today is a 125 grain lead cone projectile. I'm going to skip over the first part of the video. I am going to skip over taking the spent cases and tumbling them in the tumbler. As you can see, there's the tumbler, there's some cases. That will be the first step in reloading 9mm. However, I've already cleaned some brass. I'm going to start with decapping and hand priming, and then we'll go step by step from there. Okay, first step is we have to put the die on the press, and how you want this die to sit, just like if you're doing any other reloading with these types of presses, is you want the die just to barely kiss the shell plate, and then tighten it down about a quarter turn after that. That's how I've always done it. Seemed to work good. Again, I'm going to decap a few of these, show you how it works. So we take a spent shell. You can see that, the spent primer in there. These have already been inspected. Put it in the shell holder, and it's just as simple as, and you get a little pink, and that's the primer coming out the end. See? No more primer. So what I'm going to do is, I've already done 20 of them, just to kind of get an idea of how it works. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, and then we'll go on to the next step. So I'm just going to do about 50 rounds today, which takes about an hour. I'm not going to bore you with all that. I'm just going to go through these, and then we'll turn it back on, and we'll do some priming, and then I'll go on to another video after that. Okay, our next step is we are going to prime some of these cartridges that we have decapped or deprimed. I'm using a Lee hand primer with a 9mm number 19 shell plate. Now, how these primers work is the new primers are going to go underneath this little pin, and then there's a primer there. As soon as I let go, it runs down a channel into the hole of the shell holder. We'll put a cartridge in there, and then just slightly pull up on the handle, and it primes the cartridge. It's easy as that. See? I'm going to finish these up, and as soon as I finish these up, we'll move on to the next step, which will be charging the cartridges.